Happy Tuesday, or Happy New Year is what I'm trying to say. Welcome to 2019. We are going to start this year off right. We're going to talk a little bit today about how you can increase your connection with your customers by putting on clinics that are specifically designed for their needs. So let's dive into the who's and whys after the intro. Here we go.
This is the Find the Green podcast with your host, PGA Master Professional, Jason Rockhold.
That's right. Happy New Year and welcome. Today we are going to dive into putting on some clinics for 2019. That is one of the biggest ways to make a larger amount of money than what you actually make per hour by private lessons. And if you do it well enough and you can target your group perfectly, you're going to find that you're going to get people that are signing up for a wait list to get into those clinics. So it's really important to understand that clinics are not throwaways, and they can definitely be a way that you can build your income over the 2019 year. So how do we do it? Well, first off, we all have done clinics where we're like, hey, all right, so this is 2015 and we're going to throw together a men's clinic on Thursday, and we're going to do a women's clinic on Tuesday, and we'll do a junior clinic on Saturday, and I think that's good. Well, you know what? If you're looking to not really profit a lot out of your clinics, well, then that's probably a good method to go out and at least offer 3 clinics to men, women, and juniors and just call it good. But what you're going to find is that men's clinic is going to have 3 people and maybe 2 people the next week and maybe 4 people the next week and then 1 person the next week. And the only reason why they're coming is because they're looking for help with that very specific thing that you're teaching at that clinic that week. Whether it's chipping or putting or whatever it is, they're going to come for that specific thing. Now, this is a great thing to have in your clinic series, but it shouldn't be the only clinics that you offer. Now, I know that there's going to be people that come out and they want to figure out why they're blading the ball across the green when they're chipping, or how to get out of the sand finally. Now, those are the people that come to these truly instructionally based clinics. Now, the clinics that I'm talking about that are really going to start to increase your business, increase the amount of people that come out on those specific days and start to fill up that T-sheet are experiential clinics. And what I mean by that is bring a friend clinic, or a family clinic, or a spouse's clinic, foursomes clinic, where you would bring out everybody that you play golf with in your foursome, and you, instead of going and playing golf, you actually take a lesson. Or beers and birdies, which is another one where you have a couple drinks as a happy hour and then you go out and you take a clinic. Or a networking event where it's mixed in networking for an hour beforehand, do a little bit of golf clinic in the middle, and then go to dinner after that and talk about what happened at the golf clinic. These are all things that can really start to develop a following at the golf course, and as the instructor in those positions can also develop your individual lesson revenue that you can have. So you really want to be able to expand what you do from a clinic perspective and try to make sure that you are reaching out and getting those people that potentially are looking to just meet some people because they're new to the area. And if you sign up for a clinic, then potentially there's some other people that are interested in bettering their game. But if you have a fun golf event like beers and birdies, which they come out and have a few cocktails, and next thing you know, they're hanging out with a couple people that are going to be their lifelong golf buddies. So by developing that relationship, not only did you grow one more person that's coming to that clinic, but you've also increased the amount of times that they come out as a group to that golf course. They'll come out, they'll play, they'll talk to you as a golf pro and say, hey, thank you so much for what you did last Thursday at the Beers and Birdies clinic. We had a great time, and we're going to come out on Saturday as a group and we're going to play. Well, that's awesome. You just made $200 for the club because of that one experiential golf clinic that you had. So I want you to really understand this is something that is so important to really let it soak in. And I'm going to wait a second so you can let it soak in. But you need to provide an experiential clinic to let them understand how much fun it is to be on the golf course, not worrying about your score. Yeah, I said it, not worrying about your score. I know it's hard to believe as a golf professional running a clinic where you're helping somebody chipping or putting, but if you can get them on the golf course so that they can spend 2 hours with their friends that they just met and they're enjoying spending time with them, there are so many people that play golf right now that don't even keep score. They're going out there, well, they may keep score, but they don't really care about getting it to be something that is amazing. And teaching golf is not all about teaching how to shoot 67. Teaching golf is about understanding all the benefits that come with playing. This is something that I really want you to soak in, because a golf clinic, like a family clinic, you are going to give them some tips that can make them play a little bit better, but you are also giving them an experience as a family that they can take home and talk about over dinner. They can talk about next New Year's Eve on how they want to make it happen. So it is really important that you understand your audience before you go out to teach that clinic. Okay, so I'm going to go over a few different clinics that I highly recommend that you do over the course of each month. And a lot of these you'll do like weekly, sometimes you'll do as requested by the group, but what I recommend is making sure that you have all of these listed in your offerings so that people can understand if they want to do a clinic with their friend, then you have that ability to do that. Here we go. The first two types of clinics are a men's clinic and a women's clinic. And I would almost recommend saying that they are the technical clinics. So in this clinic, you are specifically talking about one type of instruction or one type of fix that you're looking to do, like chipping. Today we're going to work on short game. Today we're going to work on long game. Today we're going to hit driver. All of these things are very specific in that clinic, and they are coming to fix that part of their game. Now, the next one is a beginner's clinic. Now, obviously, we don't want to throw a beginner into a really difficult or highly technical clinic. They're going to get frustrated really quickly, and in a beginner's clinic, we want to start simple, the basics, and we want to allow them to have fun playing golf. Because in a beginner's clinic, the person that is coming to that clinic is coming to find out two things. Is this game fun? Is it worth my time? And I need to learn how to play a little bit. So is this a game that I can learn how to play and have fun in the process of doing that? Or do I have to be really good in order to enjoy it? Well, that's what that beginner's class is all about. By bringing in those two factors and saying, yes, we are going to have fun while we're out here. And also, we are going to make your journey learning how to play golf so much fun that you will enjoy the game even at the beginning stages. So as you can see, those are two really different philosophies right there, from the men's and women's clinics that are really technically based. They're focused on fixing one aspect of the game. And the beginner's clinic is about the experience of learning. It emphasizes the fun of being on the golf course with the people that you're there with, and learning the game is just a process that happens as you spend time out there with those people and the instructor. All right, number 4, the junior clinic. And these clinics can be tiered based on skill level, and I highly recommend it, because if you have a beginner golfer that's coming out, and some juniors are going to definitely be absolutely at the very beginning, and they get frustrated really quickly. So if you can group them together with people that are just starting the game, then those kids are going to not feel intimidated by the 12-year-old that's been playing since he was 3 and can go out and shoot even par. You want to have that person in a higher tier or more advanced clinic, just like when we talked about the men's clinic versus the beginner's clinic, or the women's clinic versus the beginner's clinic. We want to make sure that that those kids that are a little bit better are being taught at the level that they need to learn at. Because if you have somebody that is really, really good at the game, a junior that's really good, and they're in a clinic with all beginners, they're going to get really frustrated because all they're going to do is hit golf balls and get bored because everything that they're seeing the instructor do is stuff that they learned years ago. So you want to make sure that the level of instruction is on par with the skill level of the kids. Now, I know what you're going to say. Jason, how am I going to tier my junior program when I only have 4 kids? Well, one of the things that you're going to understand really quickly if you do this, if you have an advanced one and you have a beginning one, even just 2 tiers like that, and you advertise that or at least tell people that it's available, you're going to find out that people are going to go, oh, okay, so my kid that has never played before isn't going to come out and get intimidated? All right, well, I think I'll do that. And I think I'll tell 3 or 4 of my friends that are just having their kids get started, and we're going to go out and do that. Your program will grow so much faster the more you are able to connect the type of instruction that's needed to the students that are in that program. Trust me, I saw my junior program go from 8 students to 60 students in just 1 year because we diversified the instruction that was there and made it a lot more specific to each different skill level. By doing that, it showed the parents and the children that we were not going to throw a broad blanket over junior golf. We were actually going to build a way for those children to grow in the game and advance through our program. That type of commitment to the child will pay dividends so much bigger. You just have to take that first step and build the program to make it work. All right, outside of junior golf, here we go. So one of my favorite clinics that I ever do is called the Foursome Clinic. And I put it out there. I charge about what I would charge for private lessons for 1 or 2 people. It's just a little bit more. And they come out for 5 lessons and it's their foursome. It's a group of people that they play with every single week. And they all get the opportunity to spend another hour together, hour and a half together. And they get to learn how to play a little bit better when they go out to the golf course. Had some great success with this. Highly recommend this. And you really start to see these foursomes enjoy coming to the range, hitting golf balls together, and then going to the golf course and playing a little bit more since they're starting to play a little better. Also, one of the big things that I do is a bring a friend where somebody can come out and sign up for an individual lesson, but they can bring a friend for the same cost as that individual lesson. So it kind of turns it into a clinic. But what happens is they now get to split the cost with somebody and they have somebody to practice with. So for me, from my perspective, I'm out there with them for an hour and it doesn't matter whether I'm teaching one person or I'm teaching 2 people, as long as they are both enjoying their time that they're out there and they're getting something out of it. I think that it's a great win to offer that as a bring a friend bonus. I always recommend that. We talked a little bit about family clinics. Highly recommend doing something that brings the entire family to the golf course, and you're going to see dividends paid. And I say dividends probably because it's the beginning of the year, but you'll see dividends paid for the families that come out. They'll spend the day there on the driving range, on the putting green. If you got a short game area, they'll go out there. They'll go out to the golf course. And as they all develop those skills, they'll start spending time on the golf course, playing 9 holes, playing 18 holes. And now you've got a group of people that get to go out there and enjoy their family on the golf course. The last one I'm going to talk about is the spouse clinic. And that's the husband, wife, wife, whatever it is, where they come out and they learn how to play together. And as we all know, learning to play golf is so much better when you have an instructor that is helping you do it and you're not being told by somebody that you love how to play the game. So just having that instructor out there now allows the 2 of them to make a connection on the golf course, and there's no longer a worry or an issue of the instruction part, the student student spouse kind of situation, you only have to worry about the two of you being out there on the golf course together and enjoying it as a team or as a partnership. So highly recommend. The spouse clinic has saved many a marriage. So I highly recommend putting that towards the top of your list. All right. That's all I have for you today. Have an amazing new year. And if you could for me, tell a friend, tell 2 friends, tell 8 friends so that we can make Find the Green one of the best podcasts out there. Have a great 2019. See ya.
Thanks for listening to this week's Find the Green podcast with PGA Master Professional Jason Rockhold. Hit subscribe now to get the latest Find the Green podcast with new episodes uploaded every week. Email your questions and comments to jrockhold@pga.com or reach out on your favorite social media, Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, all at Find the Green.